Alright, so for our next part of our bag project, we've got to prepare our fabric. This is a part of starting any sewing project, is you've got to make sure that your fabric is treated in such a way that it's going to be able to function in a garment. The biggest thing that you need to do with fabric before putting it into any sort of garment or project is you need to pre-shrink it. Generally, this takes the form of washing. We would wash and dry fabric to get it all pre-shrunk. In this class, what we're going to do, because it's a bag, it's not going to be worn on your body and washed once a week for the rest of its life, we are just going to use the iron to pre-shrink. So, you're going to take your lining and exterior fashion fabric. You're going to unfold them. You should have 1 yard of each. And you are going to press them really, really well. So you're going to use the iron, which we've used before, applying steam and pressing in smooth, long strokes like this. And you want to get out all the wrinkles, sure, but part of what this is doing too is the heat is affecting the fibers of the fabric and shrinking it as much as it's going to want to shrink. So you're getting all the shrinking out of the way. And this smells deliciously like a 1980s polyester couch. It's so good smelling in here right now, you wouldn't believe. As I'm pressing this really tasteful fabric. So I'm just going through and I'm kind of holding it as I go. I'm holding it flat like I want it to be. You want to be careful not to press wrinkles into your fabric, which would happen if I was like, oh, I'm going to press it now, and that would press a wrinkle in there, which you can press it back out again, mostly. The fabric you'll be using for this, you could press it out again. Some fabric has got a memory like an elephant. It does not forget or forgive easily, so you don't want to set it up to challenge you, really. It's kind of the energy here. You don't want to set yourself up for more struggles. So just proceed through both your lining and your fashion fabric. You're using steam as you go by pushing this button. If you're using an iron at home, you will be using a different button that should be on there because your iron should have steam. Otherwise, what is it doing? What's its point? Like I said, if this was a show and I was making this into a shirt, which, I mean, it's kind of cute. I can see it being a shirt. I would go through and I would put the whole thing into the washing machine, especially if I think to myself, someone's going to put this in the washing machine at some point. If it's like a shirt for a show, yeah, it's probably going to get thrown in the washing machine. So I'm going to run it through, wash and dry it, and then that is going to preemptively shrink it so that the shirt pieces or whatever it is are not independently shrinking and losing the shape that they had when you put them together. There are some fibers that you just legitimately, I mean, it's going to shrink forever. Like, rayon is going to want to shrink until the end of times, and so it's something that you just got to be careful when you're washing it. But for cotton, for example, you shrink it really good the first time, it's going to save you a lot of trouble in the end. So be sure always to pre-treat your fabric. I'm going on to my outside fabric now. This is what you're going to do for your bag, and it will have you all ready to start working on it and cutting out your bag for real in our next video. Thanks for watching.